Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. But if you're tired, you know what this video is about. Today we're discussing, of course, some NBA news. As you guys know, the power rankings is one of the topics we're discussing today. You probably see from the title right here. And then also, of course, we're going to discuss some other things as well, like that. You know, John Morant, the situation that happened with him and everything, and then Trae Young injury as well. We'll discuss that in this video and a lot more things too as well. This is the second week of the NBA, of course. First week was crazy. Second week is even crazier as well, and we enter in the third week this week, of course. But starting off first, the power rankings on the Thunder. The Thunder is sitting at number 1 again. They're 7-0, of course, as well. They went out there and handled business. The offensive rating is still high. The defensive rating is, I think the offensive rating is 7th. Defensive rating is 1st in the league, and they're playing at a good level like that. They're playing at a good level, and I think they're actually the youngest team over average of the whole. Everybody on the roster, the youngest team. I think the average age of their team is 25 years old. So they're playing at a high level. They're undefeated still, and they're number 1 team right now. Like that, they say that the Thunder, who are now 20-0 without Williams since the start of last season. So hey, Jalen Williams missing some extra time as well like that with the injury. They're 20-0 without him since last season when he doesn't play like that, the injuries and stuff as well. So they have a lot of people there. That's why they have a lot of different talent, a lot of different guys who can step up, a lot of different guys that can go to. Of course, that's what happened when you get all those picks. You know, when Paul George was there, and Chris Paul was there, and all the different guys who was there, Russell Westbrook. When teams started saying, we want these guys, and they started trading away, harboring all those picks, they got SGA via trade, and they started drafting those guys. They got Ted Holmgren, and they went out there, got Jalen Williams. You get Lou Dort as well like that. Lou Dort was a guy, I think Lou Dort was undrafted, right? If I'm not mistaken. You got Lou Dort, you got all these different pieces, of course, as well. You trade Files Caruso, you add all these pieces to your team, and then you look at your squad, and your squad is stacked, of course. You got all these pieces everywhere. You got shooters and everywhere. They've been building this team for years, and now they're looking to try to create a dynasty. They won championship last season, of course, they're the reigning champions, and we're going to see how they look going forward. And you also, of course, have the Nuggets. They're second right now. Ranked, they went up 3 spots. They're 3-2. They went up 3 spots on their second rank. Third, you have the Lakers. The Lakers are 5-2 record. Laravia, whatever his name is, he's been playing some good basketball out of nowhere. You know, he's been in the league for like 4 or 5 years with the Kings and stuff as well. No, the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies, I think, with the Kings as well. I live with the Grizzlies a little bit, but he's been playing. He only averaged 10 points per game last year, but he scored 20 plus points back-to-back games, and he's been playing some good basketball for the Lakers. And then you have Austin Reeves playing at the level he's playing, and Luka Doncic playing at the level he's playing. Had a triple-double against my Heat yesterday. Now, that officiating was a little shaky, but I'll discuss that in the Heat video later today. But yeah, Luka Doncic had a triple-double yesterday. You know, when you get guys on your team, 3 players scoring 20 plus points, and they scoring like mid-20s and high 20s. It's hard to beat anybody like that. And the Lakers defensive. The way they play defense is not really nothing special like that. So you can score on the Lakers, of course, but they're looking to outscore you like that. And LeBron still haven't played yet, of course. Yet, LeBron James still got the sciatica like that. Not cicada. Well, Ocho Cinco says he got cicada, not cicada, sciatica. So he's gonna be out for a little while. Still, I don't know when he'll be back. I don't know if it's like December or something like that. I don't know if it's maybe the end of November, if it's lucky or something, but that's how that injury can be up to like 4 to 6 weeks or something, maybe longer, depending on how things go like that, because it's a nerve pain that's shooting up from your leg all the way to your back and stuff as well. So we've seen LeBron at games, of course, but we'll see what happens. I don't know exactly when he'll be back. The Rockets are number 4 ranked right now. We got the Bucks. The Bucks ranked number 5. And at number 6, we got the Warriors. They dropped a few spots. You got the Knicks at 7. You have the Cleveland Cavaliers. Shout out to my homeboy Kevin, but not the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then number 8, number 9, you have, of course, the San Antonio Spurs. And number 10, you have the Timberwolves. As you guys know, the Spurs did lose their first game yesterday to the Suns. The Suns, I rewatched the highlights because my homeboy, my other homeboy, my cousin, MDB, as you guys probably seen on YouTube before as well, like that. But he's a Spurs fan, and he was telling me throughout the game like what was happening. I was watching the Heat Laker game, so I missed a little bit of that. But I went back and watched the Spurs and Suns game, and they played very good defense. They found a way to get the ball out of Wemby's hands on the double teams, the triple teams, the different spots like that. He picking the ball up and going down court, even off ball situations, denying on the ball like that, mixing it up, putting a smaller person on them at times, and then switching it with a big at times like that, and they're doing different things. And Wemby got in foul trouble like that. That kind of hurt him a lot too in the game. He got in foul trouble, and he finished the game with like what, 7 or 8 points, right? 8, 9 points or something, and they lost that game too as well. They did a good job defensively. And you know, Stephon Castle, I seen him and Devin Booker as well going back and forth with it. You know, Devin Booker gonna talk his stuff like that. Devin Booker is a mid-range specialist as well. You know, and they did a good job like that, going out there and finding different guys, getting open. Grayson Allen, I see what you were saying, MDB. Grayson Allen was hitting a lot of shots. I like, dang, he was hitting those shots. He kept getting open, finding a way to get those threes up as well. As and the Suns just went out there and handled business and got the victory over the Spurs. And the Spurs suffered their first loss in this game, this season. So we'll probably see them bounce back. I don't know their next game, but we'll see them bounce back most likely. Who the next opponent? It says week 3 they have the Lakers, Rockets, and Pelicans. Okay, they got a chance. That Lakers run will be very good. So we'll see how things go with that. Timberwolves is number 10 on the list. You have the Clippers, number 11 on the list. You have Kawhi Leonard, that game winner he hit too as well against the Pelicans. The Pelicans let him get to his good spot. You know, I knew Kawhi Leonard was going for that mid range. Like everybody knew that the mid range was coming. They let him get to his good spot. He was running, got to his good spot, and you know, Kawhi hit that little, usually he do a little in between, and you hezzy up, and then you shoot the little fadeaway mid-range. But this time he ran and did a full stop. He pumped it, got one guy to jump, then shot it. He knew it was going in. That's why he bounced back like that. And went in. That was a nice play. That was the NBA Cup little game as well, like that. So Kawhi Leonard hitting the game-winning shot. That was nice to see. You know, he's healthy. He's a very good player. They play us, of course, the Miami Heat. They play us tonight. We'll be watching that game, of course, as well. I'm going to do a preview on the Heat video a little bit later. You'll probably see it a little bit after this video. But, yeah, I'm going to do that. But then you got the Pistons at 12. At 13, you got the Bulls. The Bulls are 5-1. They lost their first game, of course, as well. This week, they started off hot. The Knicks got them, though, and beat them and caused them to lose their first game. But overall, they did a solid job. And then the Trailblazers, 4-2. Number 14 right now. And then you got the 76ers at 15. You have the Heat. My Heat dropped down 14 spots. I'm like, dang, 14 spots. Dropped down 14 spots, of course. We started off pretty good early on, but then, you know, this week we lost back-to-back games. We lost to the Spurs, and we lost to the Lakers and stuff as well. We play the Clippers tonight, so hopefully we can get a bounce back. And I'm getting tired of these West games too as well. So hopefully the West Coast stuff and all this stuff like that, we get back to our home. We've been on the road. We played the San Antonio Spurs on the road. We played the Lakers on the road. Clippers tonight, back-to-back game on the road. Let's get back to the house, please. I think our next game, we have we actually got one more game. I forgot, against Denver. We play against Denver, then we go home against Charlotte. So we got to find a way to at least go 2-1 over this stretch and see. And then we got Portland as well at home. So we'll see how things go. Celtics at 17, of course. They've been finding a way to win some games and stack them up a little bit. You got the Hawks at 18. 19, you got the Magics. As you guys know, the Hawks, of course, Trae Young has suffered an MCL injury, I think. MCL sprain, so he's out 4 to 6 weeks. And the Hawks already was shaky a little bit. You know, they're already a little shaky, of course. They still trying to hold on a little bit. They're 3-4 right now. Like that, one game under 500 win percentage. But we got to see if Trae Young going to be healthy enough to come back enough time like that to give him an extra push and an extra boost. But Trae Young, he might be somewhere else next year because they did not work an extension out either for Trae Young and for the Atlanta Hawks and him to come to a deal or agreement. So he might be headed somewhere else. It could happen before trade deadline this year. Like that, it could possibly be a move. Something happening, of course, getting Trae Young on the move. Atlanta Magic at 19. You got the Raptors at 20. You have the Grizzlies at 21. You have the Dallas Mavericks at 22. You have the Suns at 23. Like I mentioned, the big win they had yesterday against the Spurs. And then you have the Hornets 24. You have the Pacers 25. They finally won the first game as well. You have the Kings 26. The Kings had a tough schedule. They were playing. They got to play the Thunder a few times over this stretch. The Nuggets 3 times over this stretch as well. They got a tough schedule. Because their next game is Kings' next game is Denver, Golden State, OKC, Minnesota. I'm like, man, they got a tough stretch. So hopefully they can find a way to win a few or something. Jazz, you have him at 27. Lauri Markkanen is still a name that's circulating around. A lot of people think that he possibly be traded this year because I don't know the Jazz really are not. They're still kind of in the rebuild mode like that. So they get that Lauri Markkanen, they pay him some big time money, but we've seen that happen before. The guy get paid big money and the guy get traded away. I feel like the right asking price is given to him like that. He might find a way to keep him or something like that, because maybe you throw in a person with an expiring contract to free up more cap space for them, and you throw in some top picks or something. They might say, hey, let's trade him away and try to see if we can rebuild. So we'll see if Lauri Markkanen stays with the Jazz full time, but the Jazz, a team that's still in that state. In the past few years, just since they lost Donovan Mitchell and then Rudy Gobert and all that stuff, they've been in this state of rebuild for a long time. Washington Wizards, 28 on the list. Then you got, of course, the Brooklyn Nets. They still own 6. Cam Thomas been trying to do everything he can to win a game. He scored 40 in one game, scored 30 plus in one game, scored 29 in one game. I think that's the last game, and they still can't find a way to win. Right? So it's been very difficult for them. The defensive rating is ranked dead last. That's probably the main thing. Defensive rating is ranked dead last in the league, 30th in the league, and the offensive rating is 23rd in the league. So when you're playing bad on both sides of the ball, it's kind of hard to win any game, of course, as well. So we're gonna see how things go, but for the Nets, it's been just bad a little bit for them. And then you look at the Pelicans, they're ranked last, they're 0-6. Their defensive ranking is 29, second to last, like that in the league. And then their offensive ranking is 27. And they could have won that game against the Clippers on that Friday. That game right there is a game they should have won like that. In the end, they got the go-ahead bucket. And then that last possession, you got to find a way to deny Kawhi the ball. You can't allow Kawhi Leonard to. I know you double teamed, of course, the ball handler trying to cause a turnover, but you cannot let Kawhi Leonard, the best player on the Clippers, get the ball and go to work like that. You let the ball get to the spot, and it was over after that. So Clippers beat them in that game. The Pelicans dropped to 0-6, and it's just been bad for them like that. Because I think the Pelicans was up at one point. It was up by a good margin that game, like 15, 16, 17 points. So you I think he came back. Yeah, I think the Pelicans came back right. It was up. I think the Clippers was up. I think the Pelicans came back in the game, I think, and then. They supposed to be winning that game, had the momentum going, but I think things just didn't work out for them like that. So it's just been bad for them, of course. So we'll see if they can find a way to win. They got Charlotte, they got Dallas, you got the Kings. You got to find a way to win. You can beat Charlotte, probably, hopefully. You can beat Charlotte. So we'll see what happens. But that's basically most of the news I want to discuss today for the NBA. Week 2 stuff as well. The Lakers are top team. Like I mentioned, the Thunder as well. And the Nuggets are the top teams, of course, of this week. They've been doing a lot of big-time things. Of course, Luka Doncic missed a little bit of games, but he came back and got triple-double. And he dropped 40 the other night before that, like that as well. Then you look at, of course, what the Nuggets been doing as well, winning games. They playing at a high level too. And the Thunder, 7-0 now as well. We'll see what team defeats them and get their first loss like that, because they could possibly. I know a lot of people have to go entering the league, entering this year, kind of being around. Of course, we know probably 60, 65 games, but hey, you never know. We've seen the Warriors do before. They put up they had 73 wins. That might be a thing. You never know like that, because they got a lot of talent in their roster, and the way they play defensively, and the way they're top 10 in defensive rating, and they're top number 1 in offensive rating. So when you have that in a combination, it's hard to stop like that. So we'll see who can stop them. But that's all I have for today's video. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.